Good morning. Welcome to today's intention. Let's just get this set up a little better here. There we go. Okay. So let's continue creating the reality of our choosing for this world we want to live in. You could find a place to sit or lie down with your eyes closed and not be disturbed for the next half hour or so. That would be good. And as always, close your eyes. We're going to start with a few slow, deep breaths. I take the breath of life in. And when you exhale, I want you to just let everything go. All your cares and concerns just dissolve and float away. You can live without them for the next half hour, I promise. And the next breath in, I want you to fill up as full as you can, starting with your lower belly, and then your upper abdomen, and then let your lower rib cage expand out towards the back. And this time, when you exhale, I want you to just feel like you're sinking into the safe arms of Pachamama, Mother Earth, always supporting us. And for the next breath, you could focus on breathing light directly into your heart and then exhaling light directly from your heart. Good. Now we'll focus on the body. Make sure it's good and relaxed for this inwards journey. If you could bring your awareness down to your feet right now and simply ask them to relax at this time. Our bodies are these most wonderfully loyal servants that always just want to do our bidding. Sometimes we just need to ask. If you can, feel your energy leaving through your feet into the ground, curling up with the roots of the forest and circling back to complete the circuit back into your feet. Allow the earth to cleanse and replenish your energy. Feel grounded. We move on to the ankles, the shins, the calves, and knees. And we feel everything relax. Every body part or area that we touch upon, we're going to allow to revert back to its original blueprint of perfection. No pain, no inflammation. Everything operating completely efficient. We move into the upper legs, the buttocks, the hips, the pelvic area, and we feel everything loosen. Into the inner organs, the rib cage, breast, chest, full back and spine. Everything softens. Your shoulders are down in the most comfortable position. Arms, forearms, hands, and fingers hanging loosely. Your neck is supple, bearing no weight. Then we move up to the skin of our scalp. This is a place tension can hide. So I want you to release anything you find there right now, almost as if your ears could wiggle. And then we move down into the jaw and we allow it to unhinge. Open up and receive the breath of life. And then we feel all of our facial muscles melt into a pool of perfect relaxation. We see if we can't get our eyelids to soften a few extra degrees. Then we move inwards and we ask our right brain to relax and our left brain to relax. Now we're going to thank our minds for all the hard work they do on our behalf all the time. We're actually going to invite them to have a virtual seat on the couch right now and just chillax for a bit. while we let the heart steer the bus for this session. We want our minds to stick around and be part of our council. Just take more of a back seat for a little while. And now let's deal with our thoughts. We all have so many thoughts, and they're usually moving so fast. Let's enlist the help of the elements to help us deal with them. We'll start with the element of fire. It's naturally good at burning up that which no longer serves us, purifying us, allowing us to be reborn from the ashes. So you can see the sun as the element of fire. See yourself standing in full sunlight, feeling the heat against your skin. Then we ask the element of water for its assistance. Water is also an excellent element for helping us deal with our thoughts, as it naturally retains memory in every drop. So perhaps we can picture ourselves standing in the middle of a gentle river, feeling the pull of the current against us. And we can watch or observe as all of our negative patterns and habits and old traumas just detach from us, and we can watch them float downstream. And we call in the element of air, so we feel the breeze or the wind against our bare skin. Maybe you've got some goosebumps. And the air current specialty is pulling away all of our stories that we tell ourselves, our egos, leaving behind only the shining truth. And finally, we call upon the earth element with her magnetic properties to pull away any heaviness, baggage that we're still holding on to. Stick it to the earth, where we can trust her to transform that energy into a higher vibrational frequency, something akin to a seed sprouting to new life. Though our thoughts tend to take us away on these wild rides and get kidnapped a bit, anytime you find yourself in that situation that you've been taken for a ride by one of your thought streams, as soon as you recognize it, just gently bring yourself back to the present moment and what you're doing. Come back to your breath. And sometimes it's just a matter of practicing, coming back, coming back, coming back. And eventually you'll find that all of a sudden your thoughts have much less power to pull you away from this generous present moment where everything is possible. So now let's take the journey from our head space down to our chest cavity where the heart resides. Let's use a beautiful wooden spiral staircase to get there. I'd like you to experience this journey viscerally. So feel the smooth grain of the wood underneath your fingertips as you trail your hand down the railing. Hear the soft patting of your bare feet as they touch down on each step. And sense the buoyancy, the lightness as you glide down the staircase. When you arrive on the platform, I'd like you to notice if there's anything in front of your heart. Perhaps a gate with a lock on it. Maybe a wall has been built. This is normal and natural. We all develop protective measures for ourselves. What I'd like you to realize right now is that this is your heart. You have full access, VIP, backstage pass to it at all times. It's your concert. So let's go ahead and envision those locks disintegrating, the gates creaking open. Perhaps a bridge appears over the moat that may have been built, if you're like me. And as you approach the door to your heart, it cracks open just a bit. Brilliant beams of yellow golden light are spilling out everywhere. It's so beautiful. See yourself opening the door and entering into your heart space to be completely bathed in this warm and loving light. You feel so safe and secure and so happy. This is the most amazing place you've ever been or could imagine, inside your heart space. And this light is closest to the truest essence of what you really are as well. Everything in the universe is made of energy, as are we. It's the common denominator. So we're going to go ahead right now and have a little bit of a shift in perception away from our physicalities that we're used to experience our energy bodies or our light bodies. I want you to look down at your hands inside your heart and see that all the cells of your body have transformed into brilliant points of light. So you're kind of floating there, existing as a light cloud. It's very blissful. And everybody has a unique shade of color and texture to them. And I'd like you to experience that right now. What color are you? Then you look up and you see a colossal but indescribably beautiful ribbon of light above you as well. This is the flow of the cosmos, the consciousness of one. I call this place the Nexus. It goes by many names in many cultures. It doesn't really matter what you call it. At the end of the day, what it really is total connection. And that's what we want. So I'd like you to allow yourself to float up and merge with this light flow right now. You don't have to be afraid. You can come out of it at any time. You don't have to sacrifice anything to experience this. And there's no need to change your beliefs. All truths are inclusive here. One of the things you might experience when you first join in is a sensation of coming home, of belonging. And at some point on every level, you will experience that you are everything and everyone in the universe. And they are also you. We're all one being, one light, one consciousness. We're all the same pie, bringing slightly different flavors to the same pie. Now, this nexus is a place of incredible power. You have at your fingertips the knowledge and wisdom of the entire universe at your command. This is where our intuition stems from. It's a place of spontaneous healing, of miracle, and incredible capacity to create. We're going to take advantage of that today. We're going to create a reality of our choosing and then anchor it in the present moment at the end of the intention. Because we can. So I'd like you to go ahead right now and envision the life that you have always secretly dreamed of having in all its glorious detail. I'm going to guide along in generalities because at our core, we all want the same things. But I'd like you to fill in the blanks and color the page the way you see fit for your life. Let's start by talking about health. We all want good health. Envision yourself right now completely whole, vibrant, healthy, moving your physical body with ease and grace. Your emotional body balanced, your mental body full of clarity, and your energetic body is filled and complete. And we can trust our bodies. They're amazing systems that self-heal, self-repair, guard us against anything we need shielding from. And in this reality, we take care of our bodies. Anytime we need guidance or teaching on how to do so, that is amply available to us. I'd like you to experience this vitality right now. Open up to this healing, to this innate perfection of yourself. I'm feeling really light, as if effervescent bubbles are just coursing through my entire being right now. My DNA, my cells, right down to the atomic level, the quantum level. Everything realigning into its natural, perfect, healthy state of balance. It's very invigorating. And now that you're experiencing this vitality, I'd like you to extend it to include your friends and family in it. Witness their expressions of relief and wonderment as well. Then extend it to your community, and then to the entire planet. What a beautiful gift to give and receive. This is within our power to do so. We're all healers. It's just a matter of focusing our intention and sending the energy out. Now let's talk about abundance. There's plenty on this world for all of us, and that is the truth. So let's go ahead and lift humanity up out of survival mode and into creation mode. It is time. Everybody has access to fresh, clean drinking water. Everybody has ample, natural, healthy food. Everybody has shelter. Everybody has warmth or cooling if they need it. And there's plenty left over for comforts. So maybe we could travel around once in a while. Most importantly, that we have the resources to follow our passions and our dreams in life. Each of us have been seated with a unique gift that only we can develop and share back with the world. This is our purpose. When we're on the path of our purpose, we feel fulfillment. Not just because we're doing what we love, deep down, we also each have an innate need and desire to contribute. So when we're following our path, we're being fulfilled in many ways. I'd like you to experience this right now. What are you doing when you're following your bliss? And if you don't know what your purpose is right now, that's okay. Don't worry. We're going to generate the feelings associated with it. Allow that to beckon into our conscious awareness, that information. Let's start by generating feelings of wholeness or completeness that we felt in our lives before. Or perhaps it's that all over good feeling from selflessly helping another at some point. Or you can go to a memory where you were doing something you were so enamored with, so fascinated by, that you completely lost track of all time. That's kind of what you're looking for. And now see yourself going to bed at the end of the day of being on your path, feeling completely fulfilled, sleeping soundly through the night, waking up in the morning excited to jump out of bed and do it all again. Now, we just did this for the whole world. So what does that look like now? I see all the amazing intellects and imaginations pooling together to problem solve. And all of a sudden, we're living on a planet free of pollution. We're living in harmony and balance with the earth ecosystems. How fantastic is that? And look at us exploring our limitless potential together, inventing, building, teaching, learning, sharing, caring, progressing into the future in a most balanced and conscious way. What an exciting time to be alive. And I want you to see this as already happened. It is done. So say we all. And we're doing this together. We are meant to be together. We are here to walk each other home through the meadows and over the bumps. But for today, let's celebrate this beautiful existence together in song, in music, in laughter, in dancing, in playing. And seeing us all at this huge outdoor music festival, simply rejoicing. I'm sensing all the connections, all the relationships healing, love being transmitted and received. I'm walking down the street in my reality, seeing all the smiles on strangers' faces as I pass by, watching the lights behind their eyes. It's magnificent. And let's do one more thing while we're here together. Let's intend that everybody is awakening to this consciousness of one. At least that everybody is feeling connected. Something marvelous happens when we remember who and what we truly are, this high vibrational frequency energy, this light, this love. All of a sudden, then the lower, heavier energies just don't make sense anymore. The greed, the harming of others, the righteousness, the judgment. This all falls away, and we naturally tend to adopt the same foundation principles: honesty, integrity, authenticity, caring, sharing. Everybody's on the same page. What a relief. What joy. Even the systems that may govern us in this reality are designed in place to uplift us in our lives, to protect our freedoms, to help us flow along on our journeys together. I'm sensing all the worry, tension, and fear lift collectively up off of our shoulders into the atmosphere above us, to transform into the higher resonance frequencies that are more in alignment with who we truly are. And all of a sudden, trust is just blossoming in my heart again. I'm overflowing with compassion, sensing all the connections, clearing, cleansing, opening up, communication flowing. The atmosphere is just so smooth. It's just so easy to be. It's so easy just to be. And now, wherever you are in your beautiful reality, I'd like you to just stop for a moment. Whether you're out for a picnic with your family, marveling at their shining faces, seeing your children and grandchildren thrive, Or you may be out for a walk in the forest, enjoying the serenity with your dog. Perhaps you're laughing with your buddies on a pickleball court somewhere. Or maybe you just created something pretty special in your kitchen or at work. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing in your reality, I want you to just stop in your shoes right now. Look at all the beauty surrounding you. All the natural beauty, all the man-made beauty. Just drink it in. Feel this unconditional love energy that surrounds and supports us at all times, and receive it. You are so worthy of this amazing reality that you've just created. Now I'd like to connect with a little bit of gratitude before we finish. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every step, every breath of this wondrous life. Thank you, vulnerability. Thank you to all the lessons I've learned. Thank you to this vessel, this body that allows me to perceive all this beauty. Thank you to my emotions for guiding me through this lifetime. And most of all, thank you for our connections to each other, to the earth, to our hearts, and back to the source, the fountain that constantly replenishes us with light and healing and love and energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I want you to take your entire reality that you've just created and build it up as a big energy ball in your center right now. In the heart space, the solar plexus, the Dantian area. Build it up as a big energy ball. Make it crackle with life. And then soak it with those elevated emotions you just felt. The fulfillment, the joy, the peace, and the gratitude. We're going to take a large breath in. We're going to build up that big energy ball. And then we're going to exhale and release and share that energy with the world. Here we go. Build it up, and send it out. Exhale completely. Give it all away. Our hearts are vast. And then breathe in the breath of life. Replenish yourself with love and light and healing and energy. Good job. I can feel all those concentric rings just circling the planet, causing all the other light energies to light up in response. Blanketing our world in this frequency of love and peace and prosperity. Now I'd like you to wiggle your fingers and toes. We're going to come back into our bodies proper. Maybe shift your limbs around a little bit to really come back in. And when you feel you're ready to come back into the room or your space, open your eyes up and just notice how you're feeling. You can come back to this state of being at any point of your choosing with a single conscious breath of intention. This is why we do this practice, so that we can call it up at a moment's demand, anytime, all the time. Eventually, we won't even have to put any effort into it anymore. We'll just become walking, talking, natural transmitters again of this high frequency energy that is more in tune with who we truly are. Creating the reality of our choosing all around us, because we are that powerful. And so much more so when we put our intentions together in this way, exponentially by magnitudes. So thank you for joining me in these intentions. Whether it's live or recorded, it's all working. It's all good. Have fun with this. Play with this. Try the single conscious breaths of intention whenever you can remember it. in your busy day when you're brushing your teeth or cooking supper, waiting in line. And as you are integrating this practice, just notice over the next few weeks what kind of shifts are happening in your life. What kind of synchronicities are you seeing? So enjoy this beautiful day. As overcast as it is here, it's still beautiful. And we'll see you again for the next intention tomorrow. Have a good end to your week.